Hey guys, what's up? This is Lambo 1919 from Madden Football Radio. Just want to hang out with you guys on this rainy Saturday afternoon. I know half the country's about flooded, but we've got some Madden up and running here. Just want to kind of set the stage for what we're doing, fellas. Really, the goal here um, through Madden Football Radio this year, I've been working on a classic roster. And what this classic roster consists of is I got every one of the NFL top 100 players of all time. I don't know if you guys got to catch that special several years ago where NFL Network ran down a voted on list by the media and the players of who the greatest players of all time, the top 100 in the NFL. So what we've done here, I've got all those included, plus more players. Okay, I tried to go through and get the top quarterbacks in the history of the game. I basically went through each position and tried to make sure that every team was somewhat stacked with their best players. I used a system online called NFL Ranking, I believe is the name of the website, and basically just went through and created all these legends just so you kind of understand how I went about rating these players. I tried to use no bias whatsoever. You guys know, obviously, with my name, I'm a big Packer fan. Um, but what I tried to do was, let me get this in the chat so everybody knows we're going live. And I know a lot of people are at work who work on Saturdays, may not be able to tune in, but they're going to catch it later because we're going to cast this on Madden Football Radio at a later date. So that'd be kind of cool to see how the draft unfolded. Um, so basically, what I've done is anybody who's in the NFL Hall of Fame, they're no less than a 95 overall. Now, I may have missed a couple of people as far as, that rating. I tried to be really, really diligent when it comes to how I went about including everybody in those rosters and the attributes being somewhat accurate. So I'm just going to do a quick recap and show you what these rosters consist of. Okay, and basically what I mean by that is we're going to go through and just kind of show you the top players, and I'm going to do a fantasy draft. I'm going to use the Cleveland Browns, and basically what I'm going to do is go through and draft my own team. The CPU is going to draft for the other 31 teams. So you're going to see all these classic players, right, are all going to be scattered throughout the NFL, probably in order of importance for each team. So we're kind of starting from scratch. Let's just go through the roster real quick. You can see here with the quarterbacks, we've got Joe Montana and Tom Brady at the top of the heap, both at a 99. In that next tier, you've got Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, and Drew Brees, all at 98. Then Brett Favre, John Elway, Johnny Unitas, Dan Marino, and Slinging Sammy Ball. Guys, here's what's cool about these rosters. I've tried to create them as realistic as possible as far as the era they played in. So you're going to see some of these older guys with the one-bar face mask. Unfortunately, they took out the helmet a couple years ago that actually has where it didn't have a face mask at all. Obviously, they don't have leather helmets. But people like Sammy Ball, those guys, they're gonna look like their real life counterpart. Let's take a look at Sammy. I'm pretty sure I put the one bar on him. Just kind of give you an idea of what we're doing. You can see Sammy Ball went to TCU. Yeah, look at that, old school. We get the long jersey sleeves. Tried to make it like the old school 3/4 length that they used to have. That's all Madden gave us to work with, but it's better than nothing. And how about this old Hall of Fame quarterback wearing number 33? I love it. So that's the quarterbacks, halfbacks. I'm really excited about the halfbacks. You've got the three greatest of all time. Everybody pretty much agrees that these are the three greatest running backs, even though Emmitt Smith holds the record. He just played, he's older than Methuselah when he retired, so that's why he got the record. Let's be honest. Barry stepped away early. So we got Jim Brown, 99, Barry Sanders, 99, Walter Payton, 99. Next to them is the all-time rushing leader, Emmitt Smith, at a 98. Then you got Marshall Faulk and LaDainian Tomlinson coming in at 97. Now look at some of these other Hall of Fame backs that are going to be drafted. You got Eric Dickerson, 96, O.J. Simpson, 96, without the knife. Don't worry, we're keeping a close eye on him on the field. He's not going to hurt anybody. Paul Hornung with a 96 rating. Jerome Bettis, look at that, guys, 5'11", 280 out of Notre Dame. One thing I want you guys to understand, too, unfortunately, Madden will not allow us to edit the age outside of franchise mode. So some of these players, I had to keep the age the same because it would not let me edit their age. So real-life people that are already in the game, I could not edit the age. I had to kind of go from there. So just so you understand how that's set up. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you stopping by, checking us out. Just going through the rosters real quick before we start this fantasy draft. So basically, it's going to be a one season run is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to worry about continuing the franchise. It's just going to be simply a fantasy draft. We're going to run through one season and see how everybody stacks up against each other. So there's the running backs. Fullbacks are kind of exciting too. Everybody remembers Mike Allstott in Tampa Bay there in the late 90s, early 2000s. Dude was just a monster on the ground. You got the old school Jim Taylor out of Green Bay. Really, the dude could have been a halfback. They played a lot of split set and run that power sweep where he was a lead blocker as well as one of the featured backs. He was the all-time Packers rushing leader for a long time. I believe it was Amon Green that passed him up here recently. But you got Lorenzo Neal, Tony Richardson. Look at this, Bronco Nagurski from Chicago, man. That's exciting stuff. These are old school players. I love it. Love the old school guys. Moving on to receivers. Look at these names, guys. Jerry Rice, we can all agree, is the GOAT. Hands down, dude's the best receiver ever to play the game, in my opinion. You got Jerry Rice at a 99, Randy Moss at a 98, Terrell Owens at a 98, Don Hudson at a 98. Don Hudson actually had the receiving record before Rice broke it. One of those old school players. Look at this, Megatron Calvin Johnson at a 97, Larry Fitzgerald at a 97. And again, there you can see the age is 35. But again, guys, we're just going to run through one season. Marvin Harrison. I don't want to bore you guys with all the ratings, just kind of giving you an idea of how it stacks up. Tony Gonzalez, 99. Ozzie Newsome, 97. The old school Browns. Shannon Sharp. You guys probably see him on Undisputed now. Dude was a beast at tight end. Hall of Fame tight end. 97 overall. Jason Witten. You got Rob Gronkowski, obviously. Oh, there's another one. Look down here, guys. Mike Ditka. Iron Mike Ditka. Love it, dude. Love it. All right. Offensive line, won't bore you with those. You can see there's some big names there. This is one of my favorite, though, Iron Mike Webster. That dude was a monster at center. You guys know all the CTE stuff that came out if you watched the recent movie there with Will Smith called Concussion. This is the guy that kind of started it. He was patient zero. This dude was a monster at center, one of the toughest guys ever played the game. Bruce Matthews, there's out of that Clay Matthews family tree. He's a Hall of Fame offensive lineman. Reggie White, Bruce Smith, Mean Joe Green. Look at the fro. I love it, man. I love it. Let's see here. DeMarcus Ware. He's rated a little high. I didn't get a chance to edit him. I don't know if he's necessarily a 97. Definitely a stud pass rusher, though. Look at Kevin Green down here. Get the long blonde hair. This stuff's pretty accurate, in my opinion. Ray Lewis, 99. The only middle linebacker at a 99. But look at these other names. Brian Urlacher, Jack Lambert, Derek Brooks, Mike Singletary, Dick Butkus, Ray Nitschke. I love it. Love this stuff. And here's the man. Let's all be honest. The greatest defensive player to ever play the game, Lawrence Taylor. Let's take a look at him, see if it looks like him. LT number 56 out of Lafayette, Virginia. That's pretty close. Not bad. Not bad at all. Nice. All right. Moving along here. Rod Woodson, 99. Deion Sanders, 99. Look at that speed, guys. 99 speed. It was rumored that he ran a 4.2 at the 4.2 flat at the combine that year. Don't know if there's any truth to that, but he's definitely got a 99 speed here on Madden. Night Train Lane. This dude was a monster in the defensive backfield for the Detroit Lions. Darrell Green, arguably one of the fastest players to ever play the game. You can see he's got 99 speed. Dennis Williams, if you guys have seen his Football Life, I didn't know much about this guy until I watched the Football Life. He was a hell of a player as well. Ronnie Lott, missing the finger. No, I'm just kidding. We couldn't get the finger removed, but it pretty much looks like his real-life counterpart. But free safety's pretty stacked, man. You got Ronnie Lott, Charles Woodson, Ed Reed. And then strong safety, you got Troy Polamalu, Brian Dawkins, Ken Houston, Jack Tatum, the assassin from Madden's old Oakland Raider team. Love it. And we got a few kickers in there. Morton Anderson, Adam Vinatieri, obviously. Sebastian Janikowski, his kick power is definitely going to be a 99. So, I think we got Ray Guy. Yeah, the greatest punter to ever play the game. Looks like he's in there twice. We may need to fix that here later. I'm just going to do a quick run through a fantasy draft, though. And let's get this thing cranked up, man. Go ahead and save this. And you can find these rosters online, fellas. If you'll just search MFR Classic, all caps, just like it's listed right there, you can find these players. All right. Let's do this. Again, we're going to run with the Cleveland Browns.
Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles,
God, I do not want to use Hugh Jackson as head coach. I think I'm going to create a custom one real quick. We're definitely going to go fantasy draft. Go coach. Go create a coach. Who should our coach be? We're so limited. So limited on how we can create. How we can create a coach. You know what we're gonna do? Let's go old school here. Let's go with Paul Brown, fellas. I don't know how much we can make him look like Paul Brown, but since Paul Brown was pretty much the founder of the Cleveland Browns, you know, a lot of people don't know that that's who the team's named after. That's how they got their name. They were literally named the Browns after Paul Brown, the head coach. I believe he was a majority owner at one point too. What am I doing here? Alright. Skin tone. See if we can find an older looking dude here. That may be the closest thing we have. Let's check this other skin tone. This really bothers me about Madden, man. We're so limited on our options. I mean, literally the only two Caucasian skin tone, we got like what, 3 people to choose from. Now you can make them a little bit bigger, but we know Paul Brown was a small guy. Probably gonna have to go with this, the old school. I don't think it'll let me put a hat on him. Wish it'd let me put him in a suit, because that's what the dude always wore. Yeah, very, very limited. Just gonna have to stick with the polo. Polo and slacks. Alright. As far as playbook, I'm gonna keep it pretty simple here. If it'll let me go with the generic, I'm gonna do. No, it's not going to. I'm gonna use Green Bay's just because that's what I'm most familiar with. Find it. There we go. Same thing on defense. It's a 34 look, which I like to run. Alright, we got that. Cool. Should be good. Accept it. Alright, man. Let's go to league settings. Get this set up. All Madden team speed. Alright. Let's go. Let's turn that off. We're going to turn trades off completely. Disable that. Let's turn injuries off too, because we want to see how these players really stack up. The existing injuries off. Turn it off. Every 4 weeks. I usually like to play on 8 minutes, minimum 20. It's a pretty good saturation of the game for me. Off. Alright, cool. Should be good to go. Alright, fellas. We'll be doing, like I said, a fantasy draft. Let's double check that. Yeah. Let's roll. Alright. Let's pick our players.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Oh my God, we got pick 29. That's horrible. Horrible. And this is a good time to talk about some of the things that the draft's actually missing in this game. And what I think it would be huge with the NFL draft presentation is having a bar maybe on the left side of the screen where you could scroll up and down and see what players have been selected. Right now we have no clue who's been selected. So that makes it a pain in the butt. Let's see who we got here to choose from. Check these names out. Oh yeah, we got a lot. Alright, me personally, I'm big on defense. So I'm probably going to build on defense from the inside out. Look at these running backs available, man. That's hard to pass up on them. Rice, Moss, there's a lot of folks still available. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to key in on defensive tackle, see what we got to choose from. Keep in mind if it's a larger defensive lineman, then we could maybe just edit them over to defensive tackle. Like Reggie White played defensive tackle quite a bit. He would move inside and out. You got Mean Joe Green. It's hard to pass up on him. Let's see what the linebackers are looking like. Kind of slim pickings at linebacker. Of course, you do have LT that could play anywhere. There he is. Man, I think we want LT in the middle, guys. I think I want to put LT at middle linebacker. We do a lot of A-gap blitzing. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do, since linebacker's a little thin. We're going to go Lawrence Taylor with our top pick. This dude's a beast. Let's look at his just some quick attributes. 99 tackle, 99 hit power, 87 speed, 89 acceleration, 99 pursuit. With power move and finesse move, block shedding's awesome, play recognition, awareness, stout too with the strength. Yeah, I like it. Let's do it. All right, we're going to take Lawrence Taylor, LT, with our very first pick.
The Browns are now on the clock.
All right, so we're back on the clock again. We got our middle linebacker, the guy we're going to play at middle linebacker. So with our second pick, we're either going to go defensive lineman or we're going to go free or strong safety. Free safety, there's 399s left. Defensive lineman, we got 1, 2, 3 defensive linemen left. So, I say what we need to do is, let's go with Reggie White. I'm a Packer fan, so we're going to put Reggie right in the middle of our defense.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Again, I wish it showed us who had been drafted by the CPU, but we're going to find out here in a minute. Quarterback's coming off the board big time. All right, so we got the anchor of our defense. We've got the guy who's going to be roaming the middle. Now I say we go with safety. It'll be between Charles Woodson and Ed Reed. That's tough. Yeah, that's definitely the best choices. Still Charles Woodson. Yeah, we're going Charles Woodson.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Right. So we got the anchors to our defense. Now we want to look on offense. Take a peek real quick. Running back's very, very important to me. I absolutely love to run the ball. Another thing is we need a speed wide receiver. Really, really bad. That's something that's very, very important. And when you look at the running backs compared to the receivers, yeah, we need to go receiver right here. I don't want to draft just all Packer guys, but we're definitely looking for speed. Fitz is not that speed guy. I'm wanting somebody who could stretch over the top. And that guy is definitely going to be... It's going to be him, man. We're going to go Don Hudson. Not a sexy pick, but that gives us our speed we needed.
The Browns are now on the clock.
So we got our speed receiver. We got the anchors for our defense. Now I think we should probably go ahead and snatch up our running back. Barry's the best on the board. It's a 99. Yeah, we got to go Barry Sanders here.
The Browns are now on the clock.
See what he's got here. 92 break tackle, 94 speed, 96 acceleration. Look at that agility. 98 agility. Good ball carrier vision. Spin move is going to be deadly with Barry. Oh my God. With a combination of 98 agility and 94 spin move, there's going to be guys being thrown all over the field. We know that's already OP this year. So, all right, let's take a look at the quarterbacks. I still like what's left. Yeah, we don't need a huge name quarterback. We need everything in between. Might be good to grab another speed receiver. Not necessarily. Look at some of these names though: Larry Fitzgerald, Tommy McDonald, Michael Irvin, Raymond Berry, Lance Allworth, Art Monk, James Lofton, Steve Largent was a beast, Fred Biletnikoff. What's tight end look like here? Tight end needs to have some speed too. There's 86 speed. Tony Gonzalez. 85 speed with Ozzie Newsome. Yeah, I think we're going to go Tony Gonzalez.
The Browns are now on the clock.
All right, let's take a look here. We've got our defensive tackle. We got our middle linebacker. We got our free safety. We have our quarterback, our speed receiver, our tight end, or a halfback. I'm sorry, not a quarterback yet. Let's take a look at the QBs real quick. See, Mike Vick's already gone. I was thinking about trying to take him. Dogs are fired up about this draft. Let's see. Fran Tarkenton would be a fun one. Joe Willie Namath. Little Broadway Joe back there running around. That's tough. Let's come back to the quarterbacks. You know, we've already got everything we need really as far as the passing game. Injuries are going to be off. Those are going to be our two go-to targets. We might want to go ahead and start beefing up this offensive line. I like to put emphasis on left tackle, center, and right tackle. So you got Jonathan Ogden at a 99. Larry Allen, his strength, you know it's going to be a 99. He's a beast. There's Mike Webster. Love him at center. We got several 99s to choose from. I think we're going to go left tackle. Let's protect the backside with Jonathan Ogden.
The Browns are now on the clock.
All right, so we got our left tackle. Tell you what we could do. We could draft Larry Allen and put him at right tackle. Might lower his overall a little bit. I think that's what we're going to do. His strength is just out of the park. Yeah, let's go Larry Allen. We're going to beef up this offensive line for Barry Sanders. Hey, thanks for tuning in. If you can hear the mic okay, throw something in the chat there for me real quick. Just say yes or no if you can hear the mic all right. Hopefully the volume isn't too high.
The Browns are now on the clock.
All right, so we got Larry Allen. So as far as best available, let's see. Could use another safety, I guess. We do need one more offensive lineman. You can go ahead and shore that up. Grab Bruce Matthews. Yeah, let's do that. Our offensive line is stacked for Barry. This is going to be awesome. Emmitt Smith still sitting there. All right, so at this point, we got to kind of go best available, really. And it's pretty obvious the best player on the board is Bruce Smith, man. A monster pass rusher. And we might be able to even throw him. We're going to play 34, so we could throw him at outside linebacker and have him rush the quarterback from the outside. He can just be a premier pass rusher. He can also probably could play defensive tackle. I'm sure he's got plenty of strength. His block shedding is definitely good enough for that to cover two gaps. Let's do it. Let's go Bruce Smith. I play a lot of nickel, so really just looking for two defensive linemen to start. Yeah, this stuff, I don't know what's going on, but the overalls keep shifting back and forth. Another guard, Mr. Armani Dawson. Old center / left guard for the Pittsburgh Steelers back in the day. Yeah, let's keep building it up. I'm going to go with Gene Upshaw here from the Raiders. He's going to be a guard for us. So that gives us what now? 1, 2. This will give us 4 offensive linemen. We don't want to go crazy here.
The Browns are now
Definitely don't want to draft more than 5, but we're going to take the best available. A couple more guards still sitting there too. Let's go ahead and shore it up. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get us 1 more. Let's go with Darmani Dawson, old offensive lineman out of Pittsburgh.
The Browns are now on the clock.
All right, so offensive line's complete. We have Barry Sanders in the backfield. What are we doing? We still need a quarterback, don't we? Oh, yeah, they're still there. Boy, we played that perfect. I don't know, guys. Fran Tarkenton, Joe Namath. That's tough. It's tough. They're both 95. We got better players still out there. We don't need an offensive line. We know that. We already got our running back, although we could use a pass-catching running back, and both of those guys are. We go on down here. There's Neil Smith, another defensive lineman. We've already got the 2 that we need. Gino Marchetti. That. Slide on down here. Who else is 95? 4. LeRoy Butler. Old Packer. Need some more linebackers, but they're just down so low. Alright. Let's go Gino Marchetti. We're going to probably edit him to outside linebacker. He's 6'4", 244. Probably has enough speed. Let's see what his speed looks like. Hopefully it's not too low. I don't know. It's not even showing. Yeah, there we go. 84. Yeah, that's plenty. Plenty. Also, we're going Gino Marchetti. We'll put him at outside linebacker.
The Browns are now on the clock.
All right. We're going to miss out on one of these 2 quarterbacks if we don't take one. And once you get down to this point, I'm really not happy. So let's go with Fran Tarkenton. I don't know, man. Joe Namath. It's tough. Joe Namath's going to be a statue back there. Fran can scramble, but Joe's definitely going to have the better arm, I'm sure. Joe won the Super Bowl. Let's go with Joe.
The Browns are now on the clock.
All right, we got quarterback, halfback, got a receiver tied in. Our offensive lineman's completely shored up. Could use a good slot receiver. Fitz would fit that perfect. Possession guy underneath. Of course, I like Edelman too. Driver. Still some good players. Otis Taylor, my God. It's awesome. Alright. We go just by overall grade. You can see Larry Fitzgerald isn't popping up right now. You got to be careful here. All right, we definitely don't need a quarterback. We don't need another halfback right now. Fullback, we could lock up a nice fullback. Might call starter Jim Taylor. Wide receiver, you got Fitz. Good on tight end, but definitely good on offensive lineman. So right now, Fitzgerald is the guy I want. We need another pass rusher. Dexter Manley. Holy cow. Dexter Manley. We're good on interior defensive lineman right now. Of course, we said we were going to move that one guy out, the outside linebacker. We could get another interior defensive lineman. Got Richard Seymour. It's Clay Matthews at outside linebacker. Levon Kirkland. Phil Suggs. Put Derek Johnson in the middle and always slide LT out as a pass rusher. That's an option. 93. Suggs is a 94. He's a pass rusher. Let's go with Suggs here. Terrell Suggs. We need to be thinking about cornerback now. We haven't drafted a cornerback yet. Take a look at the corners. We may have screwed up by not taking one yet. No, it's not too bad. We'll take them back to back here. Just a couple corners. Jonathan Joseph. Let's see if Terrence Newman's still there. Yeah, Terrence Newman. Good deal.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Play a lot of nickel, so we could really go with 3 corners. We'll wait on that nickel. What's safety's looking like? 89, Mike Adams. It's Eric Weddle. Kickers. Janikowski's still there. Dude's got the hammer of kick power. Let's grab Fitz, 97 overall.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Snatches up another linebacker.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Oh, Joey Galloway got that speed. There we go. Same thing with Deshaun Jackson. So Joey Galloway here.
The Browns are now on the clock.
The old Buffalo Bills tied in. Oh, it's J-Mont. J-Mont's got good speed. I'm going to go with J-Mont here in a little bit. Still need a nickel corner. Don't want to draft Vontae Davis. He may quit at halftime. Yeah. Let's go with Rogers Cromartie. Good speed, 95 speed.
The Browns are now on the clock.
One more tight end and we're done on offense. J-Mont's still pretty far down there, I believe. Yeah, we'll wait on that. Defense, we need. Got your defensive lineman. Your middle guy. Probably need one more linebacker slash pass rusher. Slim Pickens at the actual linebacker position. Could throw David Harris in the middle. Yeah, let's do it. David Harris. Boom.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Alright, so linebacker is good. Defensive line. Just need two. You got those. Get your linebackers, your pass rushers, you got your nickel back. Need another safety. 89 Bethea. 89 Adams. Let's look at speed here. 86 speed. 86 speed. Let's go with Mike Adams, strong safety.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Alright, so on defense, we got our defensive line, we got our linebackers, these are all starters. Corners, your safeties, so we're set on defense. Offense, we got our quarterback, halfback, 3 wide receivers, really just need 2, so we need another tight end to complete our roster. Still a little early for J-Mike. That's the guy we got our eye on because of the speed rating. So let's just see who's best. Woo, how about that as a change of pace back? You know, we could flex LT outside too to be a receiver out of our empty 12 look. He's definitely the best player on the board. Let's take him.
The Browns are now on the clock.
So again, we just need to keep an eye on that tight end position. That'll round out our starting lineup. Make sure we don't lose J Mike. Okay, we're still good. Yeah, it's a good pick there.
The Browns are now on the clock.
93 overall, 285. You could probably use them at pass rush. You could probably put them inside. Fullbacks are gone, which we're probably going to just use tight ends to block to play fullback. Somebody like a Mercedes Lewis when we go to select them. You know what, let's do it right now. Why not? Got our starters. He'll be our blocking tight end slash fullback. Oh, look at Edelman. That gives us our fourth receiver. Of course, that would shore up. The defensive line starts getting tired. Let's go with Edelman. That might be our slot receiver there over Fitz. Run Fitz deep down the sideline. Jump balls. So now we're basically rounding out the roster as we need it. We already got 4 receivers. We need 5. That's what I like to carry. On defensive line, I need 6 defensive linemen. Right now we've just got 4. So that one makes sense. Let's do it. Let's go with Kyle Williams.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Still need a 5th receiver. Definitely need a backup safety. Let's go with him. That receiver's still there. We'll go with him. Oh, tight end. Keep forgetting. Gotta make sure we get J-Mike. No, he's getting closer. We're gonna hold up though. Hopefully it don't bite us. Man, our backfield's gonna be awesome. There's Boy Wonder, Curtis Martin, another receiver. Got 3 safeties now, so we're good there. I think we do it. I think we go grab let's get Curtis Martin. Alright, halfback position is complete. We got a monster offensive line. Our running game's gonna be awesome. Halfback is done. Need one more wide receiver. I'll be looking on linebacker. Yeah, we need backups. Go with Ahmad Brooks.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Definitely need backup offensive linemen. It's a good pick. Andrew Whitworth from Cincinnati. I think he played in LA a little bit too. Oh boy, we about missed him. Go ahead and take him to tight end here. Jermichael Finley.
The Browns
Pretty
are
fast
now
dude.
on the clock.
6'4", 240. Excuse me. And we got 3 safeties picked. Let's go ahead and round that out with TJ Ward.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Got our safety complete. Oh, there's a speed wide receiver. Not bad. 93. We need another wide receiver. I like to carry 5. Yeah, we can use a receiver. Let's go with Ted again.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Right. Need one more tight end for sure. Definitely need some offensive lineman backups. Good at wide receiver. Good at safety. Defensive line, we've got what? 3, 4, 5. So we need at least one more. So best available. Let's take it. Desmond Bryant.
The Browns are now on the clock.
We do need a backup quarterback. Make it Lamar Jackson. Have a scrambler in case Broadway Joe goes down. I think we're going to play with injuries off. Hate to go through this draft process and then the best players be hurt and not get to see how they stack up. So it's kind of the way I'm looking at it. Just got to fill this roster out though. I carry 2 quarterbacks, 3 halfbacks, 5 wide receivers. We need one more tight end. I have 6. We need we need at least 3 more offensive linemen. So tight end, offensive line. There's a linebacker. Need more corners too. So linebacker, we got 1, 2, 5. And we need 8. Yeah. Let's go linebacker right here.
The Browns are now on the clock.
.304. 4. Already good on defensive line. Don't need that. Corner, we've only got 3. We definitely need a couple more. Kevin King's got good height. Definitely taking Kevin King out of these 2.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Again, we're good on defensive linemen. To carry 5 corners, so we definitely need him. Let's go Steven Nelson. We're just kind of rounding out the roster now. Let's see what else we need here. Both our quarterbacks, all our halfbacks, our wide receivers. We need another tight end. Preferably a blocking tight end, really. Don't Selleck. Definitely between those three. He's a pass catching tight end. Let's go with Brent Selleck. Nah. Let's go with Virgil Green.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Okay. Need some offensive linemen. Boy, they're gone, too. Oh, there's a center. John Sullivan. 78. Yeah, let's go with Sully. Sully out of Notre Dame.
The Browns are now on the clock.
I agree, Matt. We're going to try to turn them around, pal. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Hey, if you could, dude, let me confirm that you can hear my mic. Just want to make sure that you can hear the sound okay. I did some mic tests, but just want to make sure.
The Browns are now on the clock.
All right, perfect. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for checking in. We're just doing a fantasy draft here. All Legends roster. We're down to slim pickings now, so there's a lot of scrubs left. But we're getting ready to get cranked up and play a game. So let's see. 5, 7, 8. One more offensive lineman, probably. Oh, you're good, brother.
The Browns are now on the clock.
Good on offensive lineman. Got our defensive line. Need some more linebackers. That's what we're missing. And to round it out.
The Browns are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock.
That's what we're leaving out. Kickers. Oops. It's Hauschka with 96 kick power. I'm looking for power all the way. Okay, let's go with Hauschka.
The Browns are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock.
All right, we can round it out with best players available now. Let's go with Reggie Bush, man. He's by far the best player on the board. Oh, Matt, I'm more of a football fan than anything. If I had to pick one, I'd definitely say the Packers. And the reason being, I actually grew up a Steelers fan. My brother was a big Steelers fan, and made one trip to Lambeau Field, heard all the buzz. Oh man, it's the mecca of pro football and this and that. And went up there, and I'll be honest with you, dude. One trip to Lambeau the first time, and I fell in love with the place. So that's how I became a Packer fan. But like I said, I'm more of a football fan than anything. Really just like to just follow great coaches and great organizations and that type of thing. So to answer your question, if I had to pick one, it's definitely the Packers, hands down. Rough year this year, though, man. That was tough.
The Browns are now on the clock.
How about you, man? Who's your favorite team? Man, I'll tell you, I'm with you there. I've always been a fan of Robert Kraft myself. Um, so you're a Jets fan, gotcha. Yeah, that's tough to see Robert Kraft make a stupid decision like that. And some people are making out to be more than it is. Other people are trying to downplay it. Either way you look at it, it's bad. There's no doubt about that. Um, I'm kind of a closet Patriots fan just because of the organization and anybody who can sustain that kind of success, man. Especially in the free agency era, it's pretty impressive. So, yeah. But as far as the Jets, man, I mean, you guys got some pieces in place. I think Sam Darnold has some potential. How do you feel about Darnold?
The Browns are now on the clock.
I understand, man. Completely understand. Oh yeah, McCown is a class act, dude. There's no doubt about that. That guy, the way he's handled being a backup and just watching their chemistry on the sidelines and stuff, and how they go about helping one another is pretty damn cool. I gotta admit, bro. But now the Jets have a new head coach. Am I thinking right? I believe they fired Bowles, if I remember correctly. Who's their new head coach? How do you feel about him? If you know about him, I'm not sure if you how big of a fan you are. Yeah, Adam Gase, he did some good things in Miami. That's right. I forgot about the press conference. How did you feel about that press conference, man? Was that not strange? Did you guys? I mean, you following the Jets? Maybe you've got an inside story. Maybe he's got some kind of medical condition. I don't know. Um, but that press conference was a little creepy the way he was staring around. And as far as McCarthy, I completely agree, man. I have no clue why the Packers fired him. I really don't. Um, it drives me insane. So uh, hopefully McCarthy lands somewhere on his feet pretty soon. I know yeah, it was definitely strange. I'm with you. Um, sound like McCarthy, the Jets were the only team that McCarthy was interested in. So when they when they turned him down, it sounded like Peyton Manning put in a good word for Adam Gase. And I'll tell you what, man, if there's anybody I would trust, it'd be Peyton Manning, that's for sure. That dude, he's a legend, you know. So that being said, though, I think McCarthy will land somewhere next year. I love that dude, McCarthy. I'm a huge McCarthy fan. I definitely disagree, 100% disagree with them letting him go in Green Bay. We'll go through and do some quick editing here. You're absolutely right there, man. There was a lot worse choices out there. But yeah, I'm with you. I would like to have seen him got McCarthy, but you know it is what it is. It'll be all right. It'll work out. I think Gase will do good things with Sam Darnold. And like I said, man, I mean, if you had to pick out one team that the Patriots struggled with the last few years, I think hands down everybody agrees that they've struggled with Miami more than anybody. So Gase is doing something right to be able to compete with with the best of the best. So it's gonna be interesting to see how it unfolds. Yeah, I could definitely see him wanting Gase with the success he's had with developing quarterbacks. All right, so we got our left tackle set, left guard is set. We need to decide on center. Put Darmonte Dawson at center. All right, so center is set, right guard set, right tackle set, and we got a hell of a swing tackle. That is awesome. Oh, awesome! You like Rex Ryan stuff. And you're right, dude. He definitely knew how to game plan against Belichick. And he did take no shit. um, me personally, I like a head coach that's a little more quiet, a little more under the radar. But you can't really knock what Rex did while he was there. I mean, the guy he took him to what, the AFC Championship. Is that right? So um, the dude definitely competed with the Pats. That's for sure. I believe we're set there. Got to decide on this defensive line. We're definitely going to put Reggie White in the middle at D tackle. We want him to anchor the defense. I'm going to run 34. Marchetti at left end. Bruce Smith at right end. At D tackle. Alright, let's look at the linebacker situation here. One middle linebacker. We're going to move some guys around, though. I think we'll put him at left outside linebacker. And you're right about Bowles. He was definitely a quiet dude. Yeah, for sure. Oh, and he went. Wow, Rex Ryan went to back-to-back AFC championships. I didn't realize that. That's pretty stout, man. That's really stout. Who's your GM, man? Do you know the general manager? I don't know much about the Jets at all. That's just wrong, dude. Bowel movement. You ain't right. You're right, though, man. There wasn't much fruit on the tree there, dude. They didn't do anything under his leadership. McCagnon. Is he fairly new, or seeing that you said if you don't succeed, he'll be fired? Imagine he's been there a couple years, probably. I know they don't play in New York though, man. They'll run people off quick. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, he's definitely on the hot seat then, isn't he? If he don't see some success this year, he may be gone. I'm cool with 6 years. I know a lot of fans don't like to hear that, but I feel like you got to give a GM 6 years. I mean, how do you even know what you got? You know what I mean? He came in with Bowles. He's definitely got to produce now. Sounds like Bowles took the bullet. He's looked at as the problem at this point, but sooner or later they got to produce. Yeah, going on year 5. You got to see something now, man. You got to see something now. You maybe give him one more year buffer, and I think that's kind of what you're alluding to as well. To see what he does with Gase, but yeah, he's got to do something. All right, man. I got my roster set. Take a look at it here, man. Tell me what you think. Roll through it real quick. Got Joe Namath starting at quarterback, 95 overall. Barry Sanders at halfback. LT will be our third down back somewhat. I don't want to take Barry out of the lineup too much. And we got Curtis Martin to lean on as well. Reggie Bush, he's going to be my receiving back, him and LT. I like to run a lot of 12 personnel, and sometimes I like to flex the running back out wide. So you can use those guys. Didn't take a fullback. Wide receiver, we got Don Hudson. Dude's a burner. He's a speed demon. Larry Fitzgerald will be a good possession receiver. We got Edelman in the slot. Joey Galloway's my other speed guy. Again's a good backup speed guy. Tight end, we got Tony Gonzalez, the GOAT. Mercedes Lewis will be our blocking tight end. Oh, yeah, I didn't even realize that, man. Got a couple Jets on here. That's pretty cool. Mercedes Lewis will be our blocking tight end. J. Mike will be our backup tight end that we could go underneath. He's pretty quick. Left tackle, Jonathan Ogden. Left guard, Larry Allen. Darmonte Dawson at center. Bruce Matthews at right guard. Man, our offensive line's stacked. Gene Upshaw at right tackle. Now, defensive line, we got, you know what? We got Gino Marchetti at left end, but he's more of a pass rusher. I'm going to be running a 34. I wonder if I should try to put him. I don't know if he'll be better than either of those pass rushers. I just leave Marchetti where he's at. We're good. A little undersized, but he'll hold his own. Now at linebacker, we got Thomas Davis Sr. Not really a pass rusher, but 93 overall. He'll help stop the run there on the left side. We got LT. I'm going to put Lawrence Taylor right in the middle of this defense, dude. That's going to be exciting. You probably hate LT being a Jets fan and seeing him do everything he did in that same stadium for so long. David Harris is going to be our other middle linebacker. Terrell Suggs is going to be our other pass rusher. Corner, we got Jonathan Joseph, Terrence Newman, Rogers Cromartie in the slot. Kevin King will be our dime back. And at free safety, we got Charles Woodson with Bethea backing him up. And we got Adams with TJ Ward backing him up. Hauschka, kicker, got pretty good kick power. Same thing with Hack. So we're good to go, man. I'm going to go ahead and now hop over here. Let's see. I'm definitely going to play at least one game. What I'm probably going to have to do, Matt, to make this a little easier on Mac for the show, I'm going to cut this broadcast off, but I'm going to go right back live if you want to hop back in here and chat with me. That way this broadcast is separate, and he can use it for the show if he wants to use it as a backdrop, just kind of highlighting this draft. So I'm going to go off the air real quick. I'll be back on in less than a minute.